And now, here's your host, Willie Lambright.
Welcome, and thank you for allowing us to join you for this next hour. I'll tell you, I always say you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with in real estate. I'm really excited about this hour. I have my friend Jana with Model My Home in here, and a couple things. My new buddy, Randy Sullivan, Texas A&M grad, Gigamags, really going to give us some tidbits on why staging's so important. And also my old buddy, Mike Everett. What are you doing there, buddy?
Hey, I'm hanging out without a mic.
Yeah, you're hanging out without a mic right now. I want to thank all three of y'all for coming down today and taking time out of your day to educate our communities. And I tell you, Jana, as a partner in the show, I'm always talking to you about a call to action. And really, when staging a home properly, you're going to get better results in the time frame of selling that home than you ever would if you do it like Sean Bone and put your furniture up against the wall and all black on black, extra black, that kind of stuff. So you have put together a call to action that I want our community to know about. It's actually a $297 value that you get absolutely for free, and I hope that got your little antennas up. Go out to modelmyhome.com, right?
That's right.
And hit the what button?
Ready, Set, List Report.
Ready, Set, List Report. It's $297 value. You give them a little information, they're going to give it to you for free. And so no matter where you're at in the country, if you have your home up for sale and you're scratching your old noggin wondering why is it not selling, well, the Ready, Set, List pamphlet will help you. I can promise you that. Now, Jana, average days on market, staged versus not staged.
Well, you know, the latest stats just came out when they were comparing February 2012 to 2011. We had a lot of great numbers that came out, but our average days on market here in North Texas, we're sitting at 91 was the latest report. And when you stage, and we keep up with all of our statistics in-house with Model My Home in the Dallas-Fort Worth area here, when you stage, over 90% have an accepted offer in 45 days with us. And so we can cut market time almost in half, which is huge. Most, actually over half, receive an accepted offer within 2 weeks.
Let me tell you what that means for you, my friend. The last time you looked at the CNN types, interest rates were moving up. So if you have to wait an extra 45 days because you don't spend, $800 to $1,000 staging your home, and you miss the boat on a $200,000 property that you could have got at 4%, and now you waited an extra 45 days and it's 5%.
You're paying for 30 years.
It's going to cost you a lot more, a heck of a lot more than what it would cost to stage your home. Good point. Now, talk about what staging is. Let's get down to the basic of what staging is.
Well, it really is, it's not decorating. I'll tell you what it's not.
Well, some of my cowboy friends, they go, Willie, now you're going to have that decorator on there, huh? No, it's a lot more complicated than that.
It is all about the buyer walking in the front door. So when you can stage your home thinking about the buyer coming in, that it's going to appeal to the majority of people walking in. It doesn't make sense to paint the walls red, to have green tile, to those things are not going to appeal to the majority of people. So we actually have a system where we go in and we think about the masses, where anyone can come in. They're not going to lowball because they perceive all of these changes and updates they're going to have to do once they pay for it. They're on to the next home. People, over 85% of people now want turnkey move-in ready.
You should rename your folks perception creators.
Okay.
And then,
that's
so
right.
really, that's
we're
what
a visual industry, right?
That really, because you have to have some talent to do that, man. When you talk about people first they start their internet, they start their shopping on the internet.
Right.
They're going to get an idea of whether they do or do not like that home based on their visual perception. And so what is visual perception? visual perception is not, Sean Bone putting shag green carpet in his house and thinking it's going to sell. You've got to have neutral colors. You've got to be professional about what you do. And it's going to chop down on average here in North Texas, 45 days. Now, I'll tell you, I bet you it's better around the country.
It's amazing.
Wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
So jump in here, Randy.
Well, what I think people fail to realize is that if you're an owner-occupant and you have a property to sell, or even if you're an investor, I mean, you're competing with owner-occupied properties. In our market, and I've run the statistics last year, between 17 and 28% of all homes sold were REO properties. Okay? About 60% of the homes that go on the market fail to sell the first time that they're listed, which means that if you're an owner-occupant trying to sell a property and investors are lumped into this category, you only have about a 20% chance of selling the property. And so what makes the difference? And it's perception. It's presentation. People also fail to realize that the overwhelming majority of the amount of money that the home is going to sell for, I estimated at about 95%, is determined by market forces that can't be manipulated. But there is a percentage of your home sale that can be manipulated if you hire skilled individuals to come in and represent you, to market the property properly, to present it properly. And one of the things that you have to do is make sure that you present the property in its greatest light, to highlight its benefits, and to not hide, but to kind of set aside the things that maybe not be the most appealing aspects. And the easiest way to do that, in my opinion, is staging.
Randy, would you agree that 1% of the agents do 99% of the business? I'm breaking it down here, friend.
That's the reality. I mean, it's not even the 80-20 rule in real estate.
No.
More than 50% of the agents do zero transactions per year.
I'll tell you, my buddy Mike Reese is listening right now. It's probably 99.5%. So 0.5% of all the agents do 99.5% of the business. Mike Everett, I tell you, he made a very, very, very brilliant point just now. That's why he's at the top of his game.
That's right.
But, when you talk about surrounding yourself with good people like Jana and staging your home properly, man, I'm the host of this show. I get to talk with real estate people all the time. When I can cut down on 45 days of waiting by staging my home. And what does that cost you? Usually 1%. So if I sell my home for $100,000, it's going to cost me $1,000 to get it staged properly, and I can get a 4% rate as opposed to a 5% rate. Man, I'm in.
Well, there's the time value of money. I mean, how soon do you want to get your money? I mean, if you want to put your home on the market and just let it sit there, that's a cost to you. You continue to pay your mortgage, you continue to pay utilities, you continue to pay upkeep and maintenance expenses that you have on it. You also run additional risk of there being problems either structurally or with appliances, those kind of things that go on, the systems in the home. So the sooner that you can move that property, the sooner you're going to get your money out, the better your return on investment is always going to be. So it makes sense. I mean, people have to understand there's a huge amount of value associated with the time it takes to move your home.
So if you're out there right now and you got your home listed and you got one of the 99%ers as opposed to a 1%er and your home is not staged, how do they get in touch with you, Jana? We got to switch mics around here. We got Ron Taylor to bring us up to speed in here.
Well, it's really easy. You can find us online at modelmyhome.com, and then also you can give us a call at 469-441-1549.
Again, that's 469-441-1549. My friend Jana, now you had one of the best weeks you've ever had in the staging community.
Oh my goodness, we're so busy. In fact, I'm leaving here and going to check on 4 homes, but 16 jobs this week. There were several, even last year, I think in January, we had 16 homes the whole month that we staged.
Yeah.
So to be able to stage 16 homes in 1 week, pretty amazing. But it's all because we have such a great team.
Yeah, and I understand you guys are getting ready to put a seminar on, huh?
We are.
When is that coming to fruition?
Cinco de Mayo, May the 5th, here in the Dallas area. It's called the Home Staging Success Seminar, and we are teaching people how to run their staging business more effectively, to go to the next level. But we're also inviting people that are interested in becoming a home stager because, not everyone can stage a home. Some people think they can watch HGTV and go stage their own property, but there's actually, systems to this that we do there. And so we're going to go over all of that in this one-day seminar, May the 5th, homestagingsuccessseminar.com.
You got to get to know these folks at Model My Home. Go out to modelmyhome.com and get your Ready, Set, List booklet.
Yes.
It'd be fair to say booklet.
Lots of information.
$297 value. And I'll tell you, in case you're wondering, Sean, Cinco de Mayo, that's, when they do a little drinking. So you may be at the bar that day.
Sounds like a plan to me. I plan on heading to the bar in about 15 minutes.
No. Well, in case you decide not to go to the bar, they're having a really good home staging seminar, and I think Ron Taylor is going to be telling you about it in one of our intros here coming up shortly. A couple ways you can get in touch with Jana. I want to rehash this, okay? Go out to willielambright.com, click on the Partners tab, and you'll go down to Model My Home. These folks really have a Give Us Stuff button on them about the well-being of you moving your property. Mike Everett, you think if I say if your home's listed out there and your agent is calling you every day saying, we ought to discount the price on this thing, they probably don't have it staged right.
They probably don't, and there's probably a bunch of other things that they have not done. And as we like to say, Willie, hope is not a strategy. So if you're in that situation, you want to sit down with them and just ask them exactly what the plan is and exactly why they're recommending that. And if there's issues like staging, like inspection, like pre-appraisal, things like that, that they have failed to give you the benefit of, you may want to rethink the relationship.
Yeah. Later on in the program, can you tell me what a certified expert advisor is, sir?
I can do that. I can also tell you why it's going to help you get up to 18% more money for your home when I do.
I mean, we're giving 18% more on homes. We're giving you $297 booklets. It's a good time to listen to Real Estate Talk with Willie Lambright. I'm getting ready to come to break here. When we come back, I want to be visiting with my old Aggie buddy Randy Sullivan, and I want his take because he's one of the gurus on investment property. Why don't you want to have a vacant piece of property out there and really you're in the trenches, and why you use somebody like Janet Model My Home? Will you do that, Randy?
Absolutely.
Friend, make sure you go out to IRN USA Radio.com as we have gone around the nation. I want to say hello to KOBE 1450 AM in Las Cruces, New Mexico. My friends in El Paso and Fort Bliss, I hope you're enjoying the program. When we come back, we're going to tell you why you don't leave your home vacant when you're trying to sell it. Friend, you're listening to Real Estate Talk. Willie Lambright, the greatest real estate talk show on the earth. We'll be back in 3.